everybody, whether you're on the East Coast, West Coast, or around the world. This is Coast to Coast. And normally we started off with some crazy banter because, well, we're all idiots. But we actually do have some breaking news this morning. And as reported by CBS Sports, Miami Heat, Terry Rozier, and Portland Trail Blazer coach Chauncey Billups arrested this morning by the FBI sports betting investigation. This puts Rozier as 6 players who have formally been charged as per ABC News, and different charges for Billups as per NBC. So pretty crazy. There is some FBI action. All of those are going to be reported later today as far as what the actual charges are going to be. But you get the FBI involved, all of a sudden, this is a little bit different feel to it.
You know, I feel like this is part of that. If you don't feel we're tracking, but there was a syndicate, a gambling syndicate that has infiltrated college basketball. And I wonder if this is an offshoot of that.
I don't know. It's pretty crazy, though, because, I mean, like if when it's guys getting, fines and bans and whatever, that's one thing. Once you get the FBI involved, all of a sudden that is a very different animal. So this is an evolving story. Those guys did get arrested this morning, less than an hour ago. So that is the breaking story around the world of sports. Yeah, exactly. So this is just coming through. Look at us breaking news on our show today and pretending like we're the real deal.
Also in breaking news, Pax has been chosen as an extra on the Mob Squad. So he is here.
There you go.
He's looking this way. It's part of the zombie apocalypse.
I just don't get how these guys keep getting into these situations.
I do. It's called a gambling syndicate. It's called making money.
They know people. Like, have someone else placing these things. Like,
no. When the FBI is involved, that's a whole different scenario.
Oh no, for sure. Yeah, there's a lot of people involved by the time the FBI gets involved.
This is not a that's a no bueno. Yeah, like that's a you were caught throwing games.
No
like
question.
There was different situations involved. This is a big oucher.
Yep.
So no, just so everybody knows, I am the Union are not playing today. However, they are in the playoffs. Their playoffs start on Sunday. I am being I was invited to go to their pep rally today down at City Hall, which starts at noon. However, as you could see, this is a much more involved makeup, and it takes me a little bit longer. So I had to get it done before the show so that I could leave right after the show. But that's the reason why the Union is prevalent today. Go Union, dupe.
But hey, seriously, do you think though that this could be part of that gambling syndicate that was reported 6 days ago that were about the college bets going on or being placed? It's got to be part of that.
Anything is possible, obviously. And naturally, we don't necessarily have all the information. They haven't even officially released all of the charges yet. So this is something that is just happening. So
I find it interesting though, because literally when that gambling thing broke out 6 days ago, I said, I bet you there's going to be more of this that's going to populate up in other sports, NFL, MLB, NBA, whatever. And now it's kind of funny that 6 days later, now there's an FBI probe, and oh boy, it's getting arrested, and oh boy, there's getting arrested. I'm just saying, it's just interesting.
Well, and that this is something that is just breaking because you have CBS citing reports from ABC and NBC, right? So anytime you see the news organizations actually kind of working together to try and figure something out, it's pretty early on in the broadcast, right?
This looks to me, as I'm reading this story very quickly, there were rats involved.
There's always rats involved.
Well, that's always how you get caught.
Well, this looks to me like, Jonte Porter like that they're citing names now. Like it's Jonte Porter was one of them, and uh, who was the other one here? It's that they mentioned right off. Malik Beasley.
Yeah, he always looked kind of scrupulous. I like Malik Beasley.
So yeah,
He played for the Rock. Malik played for the Rockets for a little bit. Didn't like him.
Hey, and I mean, thinking about this, that that Billups was 117 and 212 as a record with
Yeah.
Portland, and that it would make me believe that even more. Like it, how do you keep a job with that bad of a record?
Yeah.
So I
Right.
wonder how high that goes in that organization.
I think the FBI being involved is the part that really piques the interest, right? Because now it's like, what they've seen so far isn't it, right? This is so early in this coming together, at least, publicly anyway.
Oh, for sure.
There's more elements that are going to come out, right? Because people are going to cut deals and rat on people. And so you would bet that this gets much bigger.
So
yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for Max Fried, Astros probably would never have even been caught. He's the only reason they got caught because he blew the whole whistle because he's pissed off because the Astros cut him, and then he goes to the next organization and starts spilling the beans about the Astros, and everything blows up. It always takes that one person. Always that one person.
Yeah. Then they should have taken care of their guy. So that's really on the organization.
You know what I'm saying? Loose lips. That's all I'm saying.
100%. That's a true statement. Loose lips sink ships. That was a real
Every
thing.
time. In this case, it looks like prison.
Well, this all stems back. I mean, this all stems back to March 23rd, 2023, where it was Rozier played the first 9 minutes and 36 seconds of that game, and not only did not return that night, citing a foot issue, but did not play again that season. Charlotte had 8 games remaining and was not in playoff contention, so it didn't seem particularly unusual that Rozier was set down for the games. In the game, Rozier finished with 5 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists in that opening period, a productive quarter, but well below the usual total output for a game. Posts still online from March 23rd show that some bettors were furious with sportsbooks that evening when it became evident that Rozier was not going to return to the Charlotte-New Orleans game after the first quarter, with many turning to social media to say that something shady had gone on regarding the prop bets involving his stats for that night.
Yeah.
That is some shady, shady stuff,
a lot of these guys are, sponsored by sports books and stuff like that. So, I mean, having all these leagues and players be so heavily funded by gambling, you knew at some point this was going to be a problem.
How do you suggest that they regulate this? Because it obviously there's too much money from the sports books to not be involved. But this is going to create creating another like Black Sox scandal.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
This is what's going to become. It's only a matter of time before, it wouldn't surprise me to think that Ohtani is even figured out in the middle of this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The
reason why he's hitting 1 for 23, you know what I mean? And you know what I mean? Things like that. I mean, that sounds very odd, but I mean, I heard a very weird and unique stat that teams that win the AL or NLCS in a 7-game series, whoever wins that 7-game series and plays a team that swept the other CS, win. So if that stat holds true, Toronto's going to win this series. And I tell you, if Toronto wins this series, there's something shady afoot. My opinion.
Yeah, if Toronto somehow pulls this out, again, I think it's going to be a competitive series. I just don't think they can hang with them. But if they do, especially if they win in like a crazy way, it's like they sweep them or it's a 5-game, then you're looking at it like, okay, the Dodgers are trying to make their payroll by throwing this World Series.
Well, you know what? I think about it like this though, but that's not how that I would think about that. But when you go and you remember the Rockies
Yeah, of
when
course.
they went to the World Series and they were on like this ridiculous run of like 34, 35 games in a row that they had won, and they swept through the playoffs because they
Yeah,
swept the. I remember them sweeping the Phillies, and then I think they swept the Cubs, and then they swept the NLCS. They were just on this roll, and in the meantime, Boston went to Game 7. That was the bloody sock,
yeah, yeah.
if I remember, and then Boston swept them.
Well, it's not to say that it can't happen, obviously, but the optics would be interesting.
Well, and that was when they stopped doing because there was such a disparity in the way that the series went because it was a sweep, and I think that the Dodgers also swept or something, so they were like way ahead of the AL, and the
Yeah.
AL went to Game 7, and like the Rockies were off for like 10 days.
Well, I mean that's yeah, that can either be good or bad, right? Like it can either get all your guys healthy or it can give you the wicked amount of rust. So
So it seems to me that this Damon Jones for the Cavaliers was the whistleblower on the majority of that, and it looks like somehow or another,
So basically, they
Chauncey
didn't
Phillips
take
got into a poker ring or poker gambling issue with the mafia, according to this news article. So yeah, it makes a lot of sense. You got to think the mafia is part of this at some level, organized crime is.
There's got to be some big fish in there for the FBI to get involved, though.
Yeah, just a little bit.
You know, there's got to be a lot of money and really quite a few players for that to come about.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see it unfold. They're going to later this afternoon. There's supposed to be an official report as far as all the names involved, all of that. So we'll see what that announcement becomes later this afternoon. But I mean, man, crazy.
It just blows my mind when you're making that kind of money and you're letting yourself get involved in these kinds of things. I don't know. I don't understand. There's got to be more than just money about this.
It's I won't get caught. Like it's got to be stuff like that. Because I mean, yeah, and the excitement of it, greed obviously plays a role. But I mean, the thing is even if you wanted to do it, you could have someone else placing those bets for you. I mean, like you could disguise that in ways that these guys keep getting caught for, which is dumb. Although, I mean, at this point, if the FBI is involved, they're probably taking all of them down too. Maybe they did have other people placing bets for them. Obviously, this is all speculation, but I mean,
it just blows my mind how you can make so much money in this world and yet still be caught up in this silliness. I don't get it. Usually gambling, things like that are people get, whatever. I mean, they're going through financial hardships, whatever. And maybe the more money you have can still lead to financial hardships if you're not spending your money correctly or whatever. Maybe you do get involved in those kinds of things.
Well, I mean, you can create your own financial hardships no matter how much money you make.
You can. That's right.
So
that is right.
Yeah, but I mean, at this point, now you're not looking at suspensions and stuff. You're looking at like actual jail
time.
So,
yeah.
Wow, and I mean, like I said, they just banned somebody forever in Major League Baseball. I mean, it's becoming a real, dilemma.
Yes.
You know what I mean? This is, and then think about this. Like, this is where the NIL is going to have a serious problem sooner than later, because the kids are more susceptible to this. And then
no doubt.
you start having these kids have a lot of money and they start gambling on a football game or whatever and investing like $100,000 because it was free money.
Yep.
So you didn't really earn it, and now all of a sudden you're betting like, oh, I got this sure thing that they're going to do, and they bet $100,000 and it's gone now.
Put
then
it
they
all
leave
on
that
black.
And didn't they just start advertising the NFL to start advertising all these betting websites and supporting all these betting websites? So I I don't get it, man. It's all part of the problem. You got a problem in sports, yeah. Let's throw some betting. Let's go get betting endorsements or sponsorships or whatever. I don't get it, man.
I mean, if you can make the money off the books that way, then you're fine. It's when you're actually
Yeah.
betting that's the problem. I mean, these guys need to have somebody in their corner that's like, hey, you're messing up. Like, don't ruin your career. Don't lose all the money you've worked for. Yeah, money doesn't buy brains. Exactly. Yeah,
I mean, it doesn't.
you know, it's. But I mean, see, and that's the thing is, I don't really mind the betting apps. Like, if you can do it responsibly, cool. When it comes to the
Who the
players,
hell could do it responsibly? Most people can't. I mean, I'm sure there are probably a few out there that can do it, but most can't. And especially people who come from demographics that don't necessarily get a whole lot. You know, I mean, if you come from the lower income demographics or single parent income, they get enticed by that kind of stuff. It's exciting to them.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not a big gambler, but it's just not something.
Yeah, I learned I'm not good at it. I am
I
great at telling people what to bet, and they win all the time. The moment I put a penny on it,
It's
that's
a
a
wrap.
loser.
Yeah. No, oddly enough, I'm actually pretty decent at it. I don't enjoy it. I always look at it as I work too hard for my money to just want to throw it away like that. I'd rather go to the bar and have some drinks and eat some good food. Going and playing, slots or table games or sports betting, whatever. Like, I'm not really that into it. Like, it's just like,
See, I like playing poker.
Yeah.
Love playing poker. And that's a fun thing for me. But short of that, I mean, like I'll go play blackjack, I'll go play roulette, but it's got to be small. Like, hey, if I got $200 to blow, you know what I mean? I'll invest that $200 to blow it.
yeah. I mean,
And
as
that's
long
that.
as you go in there and you are like, you have the money that you're like, I'm going to go lose this, then cool. And then if you win, awesome. And if you don't, who cares? Because you allotted that amount of money to lose.
See, but and some people are good like that, though. Not
when we go
everybody
to
has
Vegas-
that kind of discipline, though, Bo. Not everybody does. There's a few people out there that probably have that level of discipline, but by and far and large,
There's-
at least
there's
what
a
I've
lot
seen,
of-
hey, watch this. And when I've seen at the casino, I ain't never seen that kind of discipline, Bo. I ain't never seen it.
the fact that people return to Vegas lets you know that people do it. Because otherwise, you just have a lot of homeless people that couldn't go home. So
There are I've seen a lot of people go homeless betting like that. I have personally.
yeah,
seen
well,
it.
I mean,
It's
I can tell
crazy.
you, most people can figure it out. I've been to Vegas a ton of times, and it's not.
I'm not saying they can, but
intense.
it is enticing. And if you have an addictive personality, it can get addictive quick.
Well, yeah, but they generally have the issue with everything. Like, it's gambling and drinking, and I mean, if you have a addictive personality, that's not limited to gambling typically.
No, yeah. If you have an addictive personality, you have other issues typically that go along with that. I 100% agree with that.
Joe, I would suggest you stop, buddy. If you,
I like Joe has a rough track record.
right, if you're over, it's just not for you.
But there's always the illusionment that I could get it back, Bo. I can get it back.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the same as, if you're buying stocks, right? Like, if you got one that's tanking, sometimes you got to know, hey, you know what? This wasn't it. Let me just jump out of this thing.
Yeah.
Rather than riding the thing into the ground. So, I mean, some of it you just have to be smart. But yeah, I mean, you should be using money in all of those scenarios that you don't necessarily care about. It's the, a lot of times if I go gambling with friends, again, I'm not really into it, but I'll go sometimes because my friends typically are. And I'll go in, and as soon as I pass what I brought, then I just play with whatever my winnings were, because then I'm at a minimum going home with what I brought. Right. So it's
I've said that to myself numerous times. And every time I've gotten up, I'm going. Now granted, when I go gambling, when I have gone gambling, I am like you. I will take my money and that I'm going to lose, and I will leave my debit card purposely at home because I don't want any temptations. And then when I lose it, I lose it. Okay, it is what it is. I can't tell you how many times I've sat there, man, 15 hours on a damn blackjack table. I'm gonna take this home, and I would win, and I would go up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. You know, throughout the night, different tables, whatever. Inevitably, I still went home with nothing. And there were several times I could have went home with money in my pocket or what I came there with. But the excitement of playing or not, or if I got, somebody else was a driver and went out there and I knew I had to stay out there a few more extra hours, you still keep on betting. It just
like for me, I could be there for 5 minutes. If I hit a big hand or a good shot on one of the machines or something, I'll cash out right then, go home, be like, and I'm out. Because I've done that on a slot machine before where I won $1,000 and I was there for maybe a half hour. I went home. I was like, hey, and I'm out. Bought some food, called it a day.
Yeah. But and again, we talk about small money, but I mean, these athletes, they're doing big money. But for them, big money is big money because they don't really see it. It just kind of comes and goes. It doesn't really have that effect until maybe their playing days are done, and then they look back on it, and then they're going to realize, man, I had all that money. It happens.
Yes.
I have no winning problem.
That is generally true for anyone with a gambling problem, is they generally are very good at it.
Bro, I sat down at a table one time and I was there for about a good hour. And this guy sat down, he was there for about a good hour, and all of his money was gone. And then this is the worst case. He breaks out his debit card or his credit card and puts more on his credit card. I think it was like another $2,000 on his credit card. Lost the $2,000 within 35 minutes of betting. Now he lost all the money he came with, plus $2,000, plus the interest on his credit card. And that's just one scenario. I mean, these athletes, they got way more money than just $2,000.
Obviously, there's dumb people out there. Like, what are you talking about, Jay?
Oh, no, it happens. But that's the addiction side of it. I'm sure this guy is an intelligent guy, but that addiction gets to you. And when you got money available, that money goes along with it too. I've seen that bullshit.
Yeah, again, I mean, there's ways that these guys could hide some of these things. I mean, some of these guys, like, why aren't these bets being placed overseas? Like, there's so many scenarios that don't have to come down to you have the FBI breaking your front door down. Like, now, I'm not endorsing any of this. I'm just saying hypothetically ways that you can do it.
Those 35 ways to never get caught betting.
That's right. Let's
80% success rate.
Let's not have the FBI knock on my door either. Like, I'm not endorsing any of the actions.
Bo Crouch. Are you Bo Crouch? You look like a Bo Crouch.
So, obviously there's people that make a lot of bad decisions, people that lose their house, putting their mortgage money down, all that kind of stuff. Obviously, you hear thousands of stories about that. There is a 1-800 number you can call if you have a gambling problem. Be sure to do that. But we're just touching all the bases.
Let's take Ohtani, for example, though. You can't tell me that looks like a really intelligent guy. I mean, he looks like he has a lot of intelligence to him. You can't tell me the amount of money that dude was betting with his money and he don't know that. He knew every damn bit of that shit. Ain't nobody knows that kind of money going down to, you know what I mean? Who doesn't know that?
Well,
why does he look like an intelligent guy? What makes you think that he has that level of intelligence?
Even if he's not an intelligent guy, like you could be the biggest dummy ever. You're going to notice 40 mil, right? Like, I don't care how many zeros you have in your account. You got somebody that's placing bets out of your account, you just don't notice 40 million disappear.
I say intelligent because he has no criminal history. He's not out there doing crazy stuff. He's making I mean, he just seems like a decent guy. I don't know his IQ personally or anything like that, but he doesn't look like the kind of guy. And I'm just assuming up until this point where this comes out about him, I would have never thought that about Ohtani or anything like that. But I don't know.
Baseballs and pitches baseballs.
But hold on. But when I say intelligence is, it's more of maybe more common sense. Look, I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. I'm not. But I know when money comes in and out of my bank accounts, I get alerts on my phones. I get all kinds of stuff. And every bank, when you're dealing with that kind of money, there's usually somebody in your ear banking wise letting you know that this money, that level of money is coming out.
Nobody knows who anybody is from the outside. Let's be honest. Every time you hear about a shooter or bomber or whatever, their neighbors are like, I don't know. He seemed like a nice guy. He's quiet, kept to himself, used to help me all the time. I used his mower, like.
No, that's my point. I do believe that Ohtani knew about it. I knew he's going to deny that, right? He has to deny it. I'm just saying, common sense wise, you know that he knew that dude was dealing with this money. There's no way the dude's just taking these large sums of money out and not letting Ohtani or talking to Ohtani or some other conversation.
Why do you think the guy got nothing out of all of that? What's he spending? Like 18 months in a very like country club prison, and then he's going to go back to Japan and never be able to set foot in the United States again.
Oh, I thought he was already deported.
He might already be. So that means he's not even in jail.
Yeah, no, I thought he just got deported. I thought any repercussions were supposed to happen on the other side, which are never going to happen. But yeah, no.
I thought
his only thing was he couldn't come back. He couldn't work in baseball, and he had to leave the country. Is it really all I thought that happened? I could be wrong. I could very well be. I thought there was.
I can't imagine if there was crimes on U.S.
That may have been communicated over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That might have been.
I guarantee that dude took some time.
See, we need Captain Google to be on the show today, so you could look that up for us.
That being said, I mean, I agree with you. Yes, I think he knew everything that was going on. I fully believe that he was gambling. Guess what? I speak in no English.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah,
I act dumb because I'm not, and hey, we can't have this go out. 2 countries would go to war again.
Ippei Mizuhara, Shohei Ohtani's former interpreter, is currently serving a 57-month federal prison sentence for bank and tax fraud. He will then be expected to be deported to Japan after completing his prison term. That's what I said. That dude ain't leaving here. He got prison time.
57 months and out in 18 with good behavior.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Easily.
100%.
Maybe even sooner.
And the fact that he doesn't speak English, he can't get in trouble. He does speak English.
Well, he can. He's a translator.
I just said, calm down. I just said he's an interpreter.
And they call it federal prison, but it's white collar prison.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. That. Yeah, he's not headed to Walla Walla or anything. Like he's he's not in there with murderers and stuff. It is the white collar end of it. So yeah, he's fine.
Yeah, he's getting like good meals and stuff like that for dinner. And
what you say your name was Bernie Madoff? Oh, you're here for 2? Oh, he's probably hanging out with Bernie Madoff. He's hanging out with all the other white. Well, is Bernie Madoff still alive? He might be dead.
I don't know. Didn't Bernie Madoff like flee the country?
I think he got put in prison. But I think he died in prison. Might be wrong.
I have no idea.
I just know that dude was he was old as hell when he went in prison. He might have died going into prison.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's never gonna happen. Like it. I would bet that Ohtani gives him a chunk of money when he goes away. Like thanks for taking the fall.
Why do you think he said, "Hey, listen, give me my money much later"?
Yeah.
So that when I'm gone and I decide to slide some over to, whoever was making, whatever that guy's name is.
Mr. Hara.
No. Yeah, exactly. Because that guy has to take a lot of money. I'd be willing to bet he gets a good third of it.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's a third.
That's what I'm thinking.
Stop you from going to jail.
I he did.
You get to still be the best baseball player that ever played.
Yep. Yeah. No, it's there's no way he didn't know. I mean, that would be like somebody stealing $4,000 out of our bank accounts. Like, you're gonna notice that, right?
$4,000, 400.
That dude said 400. I missed $40. That's a good meal at Texas Roadhouse.
You take $4 worth of quarters out of my change jar, and I'm gonna notice.
Okay, like I hear some jingling. I hear some jingling. It sounds like 75 cents.
Well, I was just thinking like percentage wise was probably about right, but
we took it a whole other level. So
yeah, right.
So I gotta ask. Since I got the text message last night, and I was like, you know what, I should have checked, but I was taking my son home. And then I started talking to him, and I forgot all about it afterwards. But how were shoe sales last night?
Good. Yeah. So it was, for those of you watching that don't know, I do a thing for TikTok. And so right now I'm contracted with No Bull Shoes, which is the Tom Brady line. So we do shoes and the apparel and whatever, right? So yeah, I don't know. In the 2-hour show, we did roughly $1,000 worth of shoes. So I mean,
you're in essence Al Bundy of the internet shoe sales.
More of a QVC host. Yeah, I'm not putting it on people's feet. Like that's not how that works at all. Yeah, no, I'm more or less a QVC host.
Nice.
So, as much as you see me on here on podcasts, then I just felt the need to be on screen more, I guess. But yeah, so, it was good.
These plush high heels. I think everybody deserves a nice plush set of high heels. $39.95, 3 payments of $25. You'll get these nice, lovely high top shoes. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean they're workout shoes, but yeah.
What's the price point?
So their entry level shoe is like $90. Although if you're doing it on TikTok, because they have the flash sales and all that, you can get them for about 60, whatever. And then the other shoes are, a little bit more. But when you look at the shoes that they're going up against, they're going against shoes that start at about $150. So I mean, the price point's pretty solid. And then of course, again, it's the TikTok BS where it's we got a coupon and we got the flash sale and all that nonsense. But you do end up with some pretty good deals on the shoes. So, and they are.
You found Jordans on there?
I just told you it's the No Bull shoe line.
No Ball shoe line. I don't know what is No Ball. I never heard of No.
No Bull. TB12. TB12.
TB12. Okay.
Yeah, it's Tom Brady.
I don't know much about Tom Brady's shoe line. When you said No Ball, I had no idea that was Tom Brady's.
So it's literally no bullshit shoes, is what it is.
Okay.
So they are a real simplistic design. And, actually for me, it's great because I wear a 13 and every shoe looks good in a size 8. But as soon as you stretch that out to a 13, it looks like a bowling shoe, right? So the fact that these are really just basic designs, they still look okay in a 13, which, let's be honest, is hard.
Yeah, because I wear size 13s. I get it. Do they come in different colors or is it just one color?
Yeah, so there's a bunch of colors. And there's multiple different styles. So a couple of them are designed for heavy lifting. Some of them are more like cross trainer style. So, I mean, it just depends on what it is you're trying to do. But yeah, multiple colors and designs and all that. So
dope.
Yes.
Well, $150, man, they better have some nice designs or something on them for that kind of price.
No, it's not $150. He just said it was 60.
No, I said normally at $150. He said.
Well, no, they're going up against shoes that start at $150. You don't listen very good, Jay.
No, I did. You said you're getting. No, what I'm saying is you're getting these shoes at a discount price. What I'm saying is when they were first started out at $150, they better have been some nice shoes that are that price point.
They're going against.
Even though I know you're getting them cheaper at this price point, I get it. I'm saying originally whoever's buying them at that price point.
Jay, no. I suggest that you go on the TikTok and listen. Because there you won't be able to talk to Bo while he's doing that. And
he's actually already out in your suggestion because he'd have to do that second part.
I don't know much about TikTok and all that stuff, so maybe I might be speaking a different language. Maybe I misunderstood that, so I apologize.
No, we're just giving you shit, man.
No, I don't know much about that flash sale or whatever. I just hear you saying how about $150 shoes, and I'm saying originally I was like, man, that's
no. What I said is they're going against shoes that start at $150.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I misunderstood that part. Then I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I thought they were originally $150, and then you're getting them at the sale for 60.
No, so their entry level shoe is normally about $90, and you're getting them for like 69, right?
I got
And then
you. Okay.
their other shoes, they start in at the like 120, right? So you end up getting them on the TikTok for around 95, 97, something like that. So those are kind of some of the discounts. You're basically like a 30% discount is kind of what these look like. But when you look at the shoes that they're taking on that are made by Nike and stuff like that, they're already $30 less than the shoes that they're going directly against.
I got you. And I'm assuming they're well-made shoes and all that. So
yeah. So so I mean, I don't know. Like, it's been fine. I don't know. It's like anything else.
So do you do this on your TikTok?
No. This is actually from through Noble's TikTok. So this is
that's why I'm glad I asked for the link then, because I'd have been looking for your TikTok and been like,
so this is literally, I'm contracted through Noble directly. So this is on their official TikTok. So
okay, gotcha. So all right, well then, I would have never found you, and that'd have been like, all right, well, I guess I am no sneaker Jamie.
Yeah, well, and I didn't see yours because your text, obviously, because I was already live, and
right.
But yeah.
So do you have to go to their studio, or is this all done out of your studio?
I have to go to their studio. Yeah. So for those of you familiar with the Seattle area, I have to drive into Bellevue. So we broadcast live there. They have an entire floor of a building, and so that's all this company does is they do TikTok sales for different organizations. And so Noble is one of their clients, and then they wanted me to do that line. So that's kind of how that comes together.
So as you're saying that, I'll talk to you about mine. Not only do I paint my face, but on occasion I paint shoes.
All right.
And as you can see, I'm also a size 13. Yep. And this is painted with what's that paint that's used on plastic and metal and stuff like that? Spray paint. Everybody knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah. It's an acrylic paint.
Yeah, yep. It's that spray. Yeah, it's that. And the blue is done by my makeup. You see, the blue matches really well with my face. I actually put my makeup on the shoe. This was a FUBU. I bought this shoe for like $15 at Walmart. Yep. And it was a white and black shoe. And now it is a yellow and blue shoe.
So it's funny. It's funny that you show that, because it. My wife and I, we went out and we were catching a Seahawk game. This couple came in, and this guy's wife had Broncos heels. We were playing Broncos that day, and she's like, "Oh, that's awesome! I should get some Seahawk heels, right?" And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." So we're looking through Etsy, and I was like, "Man, these designs suck." And then I said a phrase that I shouldn't have said, because then I had to do something about it. I was like, "Oh, I mean, I could make something better than that." And then it became my problem, right? She's like, "Okay, do that." So then I ended up making her these heels. Similarly, I used engine paint, spray painted all that, hand drew all the logos and everything. They were such a hit that it ended up being a side business. I ended up selling probably 100 heels.
Well, I did this yellow and blue design. I was going to the Bananas, and I only had, I was down there for the Phillies, so I only had red sneakers or my cowboy boots, and I wasn't going to wear cowboy boots to the Bananas. So I was like, I got to figure something else out really quickly. And I'm in Tampa as this was happening, because this is like I'm there for spring training. And got invited to go to the Bananas. I had a Bananas jersey, which was the yellow and blue jersey. I'm like, all right, I got to figure something out. So I literally went there and was like, okay, here's yellow paint. I don't need the blue paint. I need some tape to be able to tape certain spots off. And, Let's make sure I have a box to put this in because I'm going to spray paint in the box because I didn't want to get spray paint everywhere. Because like I'm trying to be a little bit nice about, I didn't want to, all of a sudden put yellow marks all over everything, and I'm surprised at how well they came out. Like it's like had I bought a sneaker paint,
Mhm.
like it probably would last a little bit better. I got to repaint the yellow parts of this all the time, and I could always touch it up with makeup, but it's not really a good spot for my makeup. Like I don't know that I would,
So
do
if you
that.
wanted to have lasting effect, don't get a leather shoe because the paint will always want to come off. Get something that's like a felt or a canvas, or when I did the heels for my wife, they were wedding shoes, so they were like a satin, something that actually soaks the paint up, and you won't have to do it all the time.
Well, I understand that, but if you get the leather paint or like the sneaker paint, it
Mhm.
will hold. It will adhere to that. And actually,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
leather does kind of suck it in. Also, if I also found out that I found a whole bunch of different stuff. If you treated the leather and did it at a certain time and then painted it,
Yep.
at that point, the leather would have sucked in the color. So
Yes.
again, I never painting sneakers before. You know what I mean? This is definitely different than painting your face, but
What if
it
it has a
actually,
built-in primer in those sneaker paints, like a primer is inside the paint itself to help it adhere
well,
better?
you have to. You have to do certain things to the sneaker initially, like
Right.
some people put it in the oven for a little bit to heat them up, so that again it opens up the pores of the leather and stuff. Like there's so many different things that you could kind of do. Like I said, this was, hey, I've never done this before, and I got to make something look really quickly. And I tell you, I get a lot of compliments on them. It is kind of funny as you think about that. Like when I think about how you would do
There's
these,
the ones I made. Some
yeah,
of them.
I mean, yeah, like ultimately that the symbol that you don't even need the symbol really because you could make it just with the colors and people would know.
Oh, of
Putting
course.
the symbol on there is a little bit different, but you could get like almost like an iron on and glue it on there.
Yeah, yeah. Now, I mean, those are all hand drawn. So, but I have a little bit of the artistic end. But
Do
yeah,
my kids' friends think that I'm cool for doing all of this for all the teams? It's funny. Yesterday, after I jumped off and I went to this event, I wound up. Somebody at some point threw a baby who was 5 weeks old in my hands, and literally, it like the baby was as big as my one hand. It was like maybe a little preemie. It was a very small baby. And I took a picture like that. And then I took a picture with somebody who was maybe 90 years old. And if you want to talk about the gamuts of ages, like going from 5 weeks old, singing the fight song, they got that on camera, by the way, and put that on the news, to taking a picture with a 90-year-old. I think everybody thinks this is cool, which is really awesome because it's, like I said, if they didn't think it was cool, it wouldn't be a thing.
exactly.
It is cool, but it's got to be weird handing somebody your brand new baby. Hey, here, hold this real. It's weird, but I get it. It's cool.
I'll show you the picture. You want to talk about feeling a tad bit uncomfortable? It was.
Oh yeah, tiny.
Yeah, like it was like, whoa.
Wow.
Yeah. So, which is awesome. I mean, that's really cool to be able to do that and be a part of that. And somebody trusted me with their kid, which I mean, it's been a long time since I held something that small. You know what I mean?
Minor disclaimer: do not.
Clearly recommend throwing 5-week-old babies into the hands
and then me singing the fight song to the baby.
Now that's pretty great. That's pretty
Yeah, I mean, it was really kind of cool. And I'm nervous as hell. It's
good.
like
Of course.
can't throw the baby up in the air or anything. It's a little small baby, so um, but it's like that really is awesome. And then to have like very shortly after a 90-year-old
Yeah.
take a picture with me, it's like that is wow. Like that's when you know this is really a thing that uh, translates to all ages.
Yeah.
Not that the kid's going to remember meeting me, but yeah, I can't wait for 30 years from now where I have to take a picture and I'm trying to hold the baby who's now a real person in that, and I'm like 80 years old, and I'm like,
exactly.
yeah. As when you hear that, that song, it's
Do you remember that time when Pags held the baby and it pooped and Pags gave it back? Yeah, that was me.
it was that kind of because I'm like I think the baby pooped itself.
I think it's pretty good.
I mean, you would assume so, right?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, that's the end of this. So
good stuff.
Well, at least you didn't autograph the diaper, so that's always a good thing.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I didn't have to autograph anything. The signing babies. That's Jason Kelsey's job. That's not me.
That's a different animal.
Yeah, Moose. I don't know about that. As he said, he dropped his kids. They turned out to be geniuses. I don't know that they are geniuses. I was watching the one video. I won't even talk about it. I can't even talk about it. It was definitely funny on my part, but I don't know if anybody else will find it as funny. And I'm not going to out you like that. But anyways, you know what? While we got a few minutes more of time, I know that we did get his pick, but we got to start figuring about for next week's picks.
Yeah, so there was actually a pick up here when we were talking. Let me scroll up to it. I forget who put their pick in, but there was somebody put their pick in at the top. So.
Yeah, and I didn't pay attention. So,
well, yeah, we were talking about the FBI raid. So,
right, that was like, oh, okay, this is and I know Dustin made a pick, but I don't remember who that was either.
yeah, I don't know.
I think he said the Colts or the Saints or something like that. But
yeah, I think it was just whoever was playing the Saints. Yeah.
So the Bears won. Did the Patriots win?
Yeah, I believe they did.
Their division, yeah.
That's at the Patriots last week. So
yes, they did. They beat the Titans. Yeah, that's what I was saying. The Bears won. The Eagles won. The Patriots won. Frankie did give me a pick. I forget who it was. I'll say that they won. Denver won. Wow, that was lucky.
That was
Rob took the Jets.
It looked good for most of the game.
And then the Lions won. So we're at week 8 here.
Yeah, the season's going quick.
Yeah,
it's funny because the off season always seems like it takes forever, and then the season is gone immediately. Moose took the Bengals.
And Moose is okay. So
I knew I saw one up top. And then he posted it again. Joe has the Pats.
Joe has the Patriots. So Joe is barely hanging on. He's in the 2 or lose type thing. Moose.
Let's see.
Rob is now also in the 2 strikes category.
Let's see. What do we got?
So Moose took the Bengals, right? And does anybody remember?
Have I taken the Bengals yet this week, Pags? I don't know if you had that running calculation or not.
I do have that. Let me see if you took the Bengals. Packers, Colts, Broncos, Buccaneers, Bengals, week 2.
Me too. Okay, I thought I might have. Okay. I'm gonna take 49ers over Texans.
Let's see. I haven't taken the Colts yet.
Have you not taken the Colts? Let's make sure.
No, I have my list in front of me of the
Okay,
ones I've
then.
taken. Yeah, I'll do the Colts over the Titans because I mean they're self-proclaimed ass. So
Yeah, and I'm telling you, that's a tough one. I understand why you're doing it, but did I take the Patriots? I don't remember taking them, but I might have. Because they're playing the Browns, although the Browns are playing spirited.
what?
The Browns are playing spirited.
Well, the Colts are playing the Titans.
I know. I'm not. I took the Colts
Oh,
last week.
gotcha. I was like, wait, what? They're not playing them. So you're taking the Browns over the Pats?
No. I was going to take the Patriots over the Browns.
Oh, I gotcha.
I said, but they're
I need
playing
to-
spirited, which makes me a little bit
usually
nervous.
when I say stuff, you give me a hard time. I need you to give Bo a hard time. That's twice now that you have had to correct him. Can we please give a little bit of love towards Bo?
Oh yeah, no, I just didn't hear
I
him.
feel like Bo's not getting enough love. I think Bo needs a little love.
Jamie, have I decided which game I am doing on Sunday? I am doing both. So
There you
this is a very busy weekend for me this weekend. I have Flyers Saturday morning, Sixers Saturday nights, Eagles Sunday morning, Union Sunday nights.
Oh yeah, you're all over the place.
4
That
pages.
is a lot of face painting.
It is a lot of face painting. I will be in face paints. I will be in 4 different face paints for a total of somewhere in the neighborhood of 28 out of 48 hours, maybe 30 hours out of 48 hours.
Wow.
That includes sleep and stuff like that.
How long does it take you to put on face paint, like from start to finish?
About an hour.
About
Yeah,
an
I
hour.
was gonna say, he's done it on the show a few
He's
times.
done a show, but it wasn't like here. Yeah, that's true. I didn't time it though when he did it on the show.
Well, I mean, it basically took the show, which is an hour.
Was it the whole show? I thought he had it done almost towards before the end. Of the
Well, because I had
He's
already
usually started.
like if I always start with just the paint, and like doing my hair also takes time.
Yeah.
So it's like, and the hair dryer makes a lot of noise. So I don't want to.
Yeah, because usually when he's on the show doing it, it takes about
But he's
2/3 of the
he's
show.
already had the hair part done, and he starts with the white at the top.
Exactly. But
Yeah.
then it takes about 2/3 of the show for him to finish.
Yeah,
So
that's about 2/3.
yeah.
So how about this? I mean, this is a very interesting stat right here.
okay.
The 4-2 Bears
Yep.
are going to the 1-5 Ravens. I understand that he's going to be back. The quarterback's going to be
Lamar's
back.
back. Yep.
Minus 6.5.
Wow.
They're a 6.5 point favorite.
The Ravens.
That's wild.
Now, I understand that Caleb Williams isn't your greatest, isn't the greatest quarterback, and it's
No, but the Bears defense is good.
And Swift is a good runner.
And wow, I didn't realize the line was that crazy. Like I get that the Ravens are home. I was thinking it was going to be one of those like 1 point, right, home favorite kind of situations because the Bears have played well and the Ravens have looked terrible. But some of those losses were like late game fumbles in games that they otherwise probably would have won. So I thought this was going to be like a 1-point home favorite, but being just shy of a touchdown home favorite seems wild to me. Like I would take the Bears to cover that. I'm still thinking the Ravens win at home because they have to get this thing back on track. But yeah, interesting.
I'm actually changing my pick before. I'm not taking the Patriots. I'm taking the Falcons.
Okay. That was the other one I was thinking of.
Yeah, I think they're at home. I always put an L. For some reason, I'm like the Falcons, Coln. Like why do I always add that L for Falcon? I don't understand that. I've done it all my life too, and I'm a pretty good speller. For some reason,
Just not that one.
Yeah, I just don't know why I keep adding an L after the O. Falcon. I don't understand. But
yeah, I like that you're spelling it with like the Jersey, like you're writing it phonetically how they would say it.
Joe, Joe, are you taking the Ravens? Joe, you have to make a pick. You are still in. 2 strikes in the 2 strikes category.
He had the Pats.
Did he?
Yeah. It's up a little bit in the comment section. Said as.
Make sure he didn't have the Pats before.
But yeah, Joe, you're right. This is a must-win for Baltimore if they want to have any shot at coming back. The one thing that's good for them, I suppose, is they do have a pretty easy schedule coming up. So yeah, see, there you go. He's got the Patriots. Yeah, I mean, realistically, they could tear off 5 or 6 wins in the next 7 games, and because they're just not playing great teams, so they could be right back in the mix of this thing. Because let's be honest, that whole division really nobody seems to want to win it. So
yeah,
you're talking the Ravens. Who are we talking about?
Yeah, the Ravens. Yeah, their upcoming games are really not difficult.
Well, I mean, they got the Bears. Who else do they got over top of that?
I think they only have like 2 decent games.
Oh, yeah, the Dolphins, but they have the Vikings at the Vikings.
Yep. I think that was the other decent game. And then it's kind of.
And then the Browns, but the Browns already beat them once.
Yep.
The Jets, PU.
Yep.
The Bengals at home, and then the Bengals away in between the Steelers. So it's Bengals on Sunday night at home, Steelers the following week, and then at the Bengals the following week.
Yeah, see, I think they beat the Browns because, again, when they lost to them before, that was the Flacco action. This time around.
Oh, no, they beat the Browns 41-17. That's their only win of the season.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I mean, they're going to beat them again. They'll probably split with the Bengals, and I fully expect them to beat the Bears. So, I mean, like, they're really in that next 6 or 7 games, there's probably only 2 that you're like, okay, they might lose that. Like the one against the Vikings, but they're still a question mark at quarterback. So, I mean, that's a winnable game for sure. So,
yeah, getting through November, they got the Vikings, but it's like the Bears and the Vikings are really the only 2 because the Browns, the Jets, the Bengals, and the Dolphins. Depending on the Bengals, though, because the Bengals, they have a quarterback who knows a lot about that team, and Yep.
Well, and that's why I said I think they split with the Bengals, right? Because I mean they're going to take advantage of the fact that they don't play defense at least one of the games. So
I am going to make a prediction.
Okay.
The next head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers is going to be Joe Flacco.
Okay. That's random, but all right.
I mean, when you think about that, when you think about how, like any one person knows every team in that division.
I mean, there is that.
You know what I mean? It's like, and I think he would make a really good coach for whatever reason. and it's the only team he hasn't played for in that division.
He seems like a relatable coach for players. You know, he seems like he has that type of personality.
I think he would be a great quarterback, quarterback whisperer type. You know what I mean? He's got a Super Bowl ring.
Yep.
He's not a dummy. He did go to Delaware. Wow, I didn't realize that we were already past our time here.
Yeah, no, we're there. We're there. But go ahead, finish your thought.
I think that it's listen, I know that Jamie's like, yeah, really, are you kidding me? Truth of the matter is that I don't think that they're going to fire their coach anytime real soon. I think that even he's got them 4-2 right now, or 5-2, whatever they are, and they're going to make the playoffs and maybe even win a playoff game for the first time in a long time, because they'll probably be a 3 seed, because I don't really suspect any of these other teams are going to catch them for the division lead. But so if you give them 2 years, I would not be surprised. Like in 2 years' time, I figure Flacco's going to retire at the end of this year. Yeah, I mean, as good as he's playing, it's time. It really is time. And ultimately, I think he gets a year off, and then he wants to come back into football. And I would not be surprised to see him as a coach.
No, I could see him. I could see him moving into the coaching world. I don't know that he hangs him up after this year, depending on, I don't know. I guess he seems like that guy that just wants to keep playing. Like he's fine with being the role that he has.
If he was going to hang it up, though, he would have said something in maybe one of his pressers or whatever. I
don't think so. I don't think he's that guy. I think that he is like. I mean, I think the reason why he keeps coming back is because they're asking for him to come back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think he'd have been done a couple of years ago if he wasn't getting a contract.
Oh, of course.
He just continues to get contracts.
And you can tell he just still enjoys playing the game.
Oh, yeah, for sure he does.
So,
he loves beating the Steelers. I know that.
Sideline and
he does love beating the Steelers. He's really good at that.
Yeah.
So it's, between that and everything else, like I said, it would actually make a little bit of sense. If you can't beat them, have them join your team.
Yeah, and he's joined them all. Like he's taking that Ryan Fitzpatrick route where he's trying to collect them all.
Right.
That being said, that does get us to the top of the hour. We appreciate all of you watching as always. Be sure to like and subscribe. Helps us bring our content to you. Otherwise, we are going to get out of here. We'll see you tomorrow. And hopefully we'll hear more about this FBI raid and who all is actually involved. So we'll bring that to you as we figure it out. Otherwise,
you busted.
Right?